Yeah, I feel like we should save. Yeah, definitely save the order and hit the thing. Did that work?
Yeah, I did that. We got it.
Yeah, great.
There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers.
See,
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
now we're getting on to how could anyone drag Hifumi?
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just part of it. There's one other thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Yeah, just let us run through then.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned, there was no notable difference.
Gotcha. Didn't even need to wait on that one, hun.
Nice.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository.
Also, is it just me, but like every time you like object something, does it look like he's screaming cunt? Like, is it just me, or does it like do the words that pop up behind him look like it's spelling out cunt?
It's counter.
Is it just me?
Oh my god, that's gonna be the new Danganronpa meme. It's gonna be.
Oh god.
It's gonna be that, but it's gonna be like. No, you
Oh,
yell.
I'll have to add this to the Discord chat, don't I?
Oh my god. I can just see everyone's like. The Japanese version is like when he's saying that's wrong. I think it's like Sowa Chigayo or whatever. And like English is saying no, that's wrong. In dumbass version, he's saying.
Yeah, now I'm about to go become a lawyer, and instead of saying objection, I'm just gonna say cunt.
Oh, this is. Whoo! All right, my God, you be getting me in this chapter, man.
That fact alone proves that he was only playing dead in the beginning.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless. And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
The evidence I found in the trash can in the nurse's office was.
Trash can.
I got it! It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain.
You gotta
cartoon
get
mascot.
that thingy from the
One
trash
look at the
can.
bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean, and the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
I highly doubt anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Then there's no question. It belonged to Hifumi.
So what you're
Also,
saying
I believe
is-
Bayakura and Genocide Jill on not using the pretty pudgy princess glasses cleaner cloth.
I just can't wait till we get Celeste and she just starts losing her shit.
Oh yeah.
What I'm
I
saying
wonder
is,
what would
blood is
her death
glasses
totally
away
has
using his own
something to do with
glasses
gambling.
cleaning
It totally has to do with something.
Yes.
What if it's like a fucking roulette table?
It'd be a roulette table, like, here's how you're gonna die. Spin it. Shot to death.
God!
Stabbed to death. Burned? Drowned?
Oh god!
Strangled? Hung? Everything.
No. What if it's a roulette table, but like she's in the middle of the roulette table and it just like starts pelting over the roulette balls?
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
See, now here's the thing that's gonna... We may have looked in the fridge.
I
but
mean, we
didn't-
found the fake blood packets.
We found the blood packets, but Nagi didn't take anything from that. He just said there's blood packets in there. That's it.
Yeah, but I really feel like he would have used the blood packets. Like, what else would he have used?
We know that, but Naegi didn't do anything, so I don't know if he's gonna bring that up. Or it's just gonna be like, you did get evidence, you just didn't really take it. You just put it in your mind.
Yeah, and it might end up being a
The
truth
fridge
bullet.
in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
Well, the girl Kiri already answered our question.
Oh, well, there we go. Hey, there's the packets!
So we just dumped it everywhere. But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done. God, what an idiot.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
The one who moved Taka's body was Taka himself, Hifumi, Sakura. Well, I didn't think it would have been Hifumi because... Try and think of the events that transpired. Were we all together
It
when
was
Hifumi
Hifumi's!
Wait! How did Hifumi walk past us then? Well, he probably couldn't have walked past. He just hid around a corner, and when we went, he went up.
Yeah, he just came up behind us.
Well, alrighty. Well, yeah, it's like... See, I would have thought it would somehow... Nah. We know it's Hifumi, it's just like I'm trying to think of something else, but, you know, never mind.
It could only have been Hifumi.
While we were all gathered in the nurse's office, he went to the equipment room and took Taka's body.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
Yeah, but no. Naegi, the door to the repository was not locked by Hifumi. It was locked by Celeste, as she was killing Hifumi, and Hifumi was like, I am a simp. I will take this blow.
The door was locked.
Yeah, she probably backstabbed him before he backstabbed her on the trial.
Bro, he's too much of a simp, like you said.
Well, after the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
And the repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means, when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
No.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But that means he took part in the murders.
But he wasn't the only one in that room.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
The thing that Hifumi stole from Taka. Could it be?
Hey, just so you know, Banana, absolutely do not monitor chat. Okay.
Oh, someone's doing some...
Yeah, yes. Just go, just, continue with what your title says and don't look at it.
So, it would have to be...
I'm trying to take care of it for you, but yeah.
It would have to be the note Hifumi had, because he did...
Oh, so yeah, what are we doing? Oh, yeah, the note, yeah, it's a note, yeah, it's a note, yeah.
I got it!
Yeah, got it.
You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. Take a look at what the note says.
I found a hole. Maybe we can use it to escape. Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the equipment room at 6 a.m.
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
See. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro, and that person could only have been...
Oh my god.
What just happened? Oh, very pants! Woo! No, Taka, hit Taka, please. Oh my god, no.
Hifumi's pants.
No!
They're cinching.
Celeste does not be trying to be getting in Hifumi's pants.
Taka.
That's right! Taka! The killer used this note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Oh, yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
Man, Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still. I can't let her get to me. No, they got my theme on, so I...
Oh shit! Don't forget you can change out.
Yeah, I know.
You can change your barrels.
What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Okay, so we gotta get the broken
why do you have the
wristwatch.
glasses loaded?
Yeah, so we have to get I just didn't choose one yet, but we have to get the broken wristwatch, and when she says it has nothing to do with Taka, it does.
Yeah.
The time on the note said 6 a.m. What happened at 6 a.m.? That's why you need to clear up. Yeah, I got that already.
The note, right?
Broken wristwatch.
Then the person it was intended
But remember, what time did it? 6 a.m.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with
Fire!
TikTok.
Gotcha! Come. I cannot believe that's what you
There
think it was.
absolutely is a connection.
What are you talking about?
The note said to meet at 6 a.m., which is the same time Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note. I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like that...
No further objections!
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka. Well, it would be
Yeah, we got the show Taka's portion of the
Taka's
note.
scrap of paper, because he ripped it from him.
Yeah, okay, come on now, guys. Do we have to show you every little bit of evidence? Come on.
It has to be this one. No other thing.
Oh, yeah.
When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this, the sheet of paper this piece came from is... I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from its death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive!
Okay, see, you think he's getting smart, then he's getting dumb again.
Sorry.
Yeah.
When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository. So he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Wait, but me and Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Anyway, when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
Honestly, you gotta get all these nicknames,
According to the Monokuma
all chalked
file,
up to be the same one. You can't be calling them two different things.
Killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all. But Justice
Yeah,
Hammer
you gotta
3 and
choose,
4
milk
were
bag
still
or
laying
walrus,
around
come
in
on
the
now.
nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either. The Monokuma file makes
And so
it
I
clear
just
that they
reached
were
the part where
killed
my
using
Akio just
similar
completely destroyed
instruments.
Hero.
But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms,
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue.
So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the
Number
same kind of
5.
thing, right?
so then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The weapon that was actually used to kill Hifumi. The whole
The wet-
picture
the wet
surrounding this
hammer.
case won't become clear until we figure that out. Somehow
wet
I
hammer.
have to find the truth.
The
Yeah,
wet hammer.
6 beats. Let's go. Spotless hammer, I got you.
What
Let's
was
check
used
all
to
the
kill
clues.
Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make it.
Just let it go.
Check out murdergear.com.
I'm pretty sure that was it, but I just want to let it go.
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers. And, that's about it.
Okay.
I totally think it was the hit the Justice Hammer 5 thing.
Hifumi was killed in the repository, right? So the weapons used to kill both of them were actually similar.
So you're either hitting the part where it says Justice Hammer 5,
I'm
or you're
gonna hit
hitting the part
Heroes.
where Hero was talking at the end there.
How did nobody
Yeah, it must be Heroes, I think, actually.
The murder
You think?
weapon had to be
I
one of the
think. It might be
Justice
5. No, it was Heroes.
Let's try it.
It was
I
heroes.
have no objection to that.
Good, you're not supposed to object to me.
The murder weapon
What?
wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely
You forgot
different.
you forgot to scream cunt too.
One of these
I
days,
can't do it. I'm out of sync. I can't do it.
one of these days I'll just save the recording and I'll just save it and upload it on its own when like no one's around. And
Nice.
just scream it.
No. After this done, just get an audio recording of me screaming cunt, and then just every time it plays in this one video only, just put that audio file in there.
Oh, that'd be great.
A hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris, but for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean. And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones,
And many of them are missing.
and even some flat mallet-like ones. I think whoever made the Justice Hammers used those as a basis for their design.
If that's true, that would explain the Monokuma file's note about the wounds being similar.
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer. The one Hifumi was working with. And the one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him.
Bro, you could not put me in a courtroom. I would be jumping at this woman. I'd be like, oh, so you gonna keep talking when I know you did it. Then I'd be in cuffs.
I'd be in the courtroom screaming cunt at everybody.
You just stand up. You just slam on the table, stand up and point and yell that. Oh my god.
Just like that what's the anime called with the
Ace Attorney?
shit. Huh?
Ace Attorney, is that what we're talking about?
Yeah,
Because
Ace Attorney, yeah.
that's got its own games too.
Oh yeah,
The
oh yeah.
graduation rule works. There is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder. So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous. We talked about this, did we not?
We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least, that's what we thought at first, but... You ain't gonna get me, woman. I'm getting this. You can't stop me here. Spotless hammer, that ain't gonna be used again. Wait, no.
Based on the
Don't
rules
even
that
say
have been laid
that.
out
You
for
have
us,
patience.
Even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Would it be 2 murders and impossible? Community says there's no chance 2 people work together on this. It must be 2...
I'd say save 2 and hit impossible.
Yeah. And that's what I wanted to do, but of course it got away from me.
That is.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
2 murders impossible. Okay, let's see. That should work.
Only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate, assuming the rule holds true.
Gotcha. No, that's wrong.
Nice.
Since there were two murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
What do you mean?
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward that
Risk versus reward benefit?
the payoff for working together, the reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, Then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that two people could act as each other's accomplices to commit two separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime, and based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating two separate incidents.
It was both a murder and a backstab murder.
And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
The mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan. And then, to avoid the no accomplices rule, they simply killed their accomplice. Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the two murderers were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed the fact from the very beginning, which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing. Although, when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
I understand how an accomplice could be involved. But then, who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
That's problem numero uno right now.
The true killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions, and in the end, murdered him. In the debates up till now, the way the case is unfolded, when you consider all that, there's really only one person who seems to fit. Ho 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 ho! I can't wait to tell you who done did it.
Oh, yeah.
You see, the killer was Leon.
Damn it, Leon!
Alright, Celeste.
Here's my answer.
You done. Time to eliminate a best girl.
So I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
Sorry, Zach. Had to do your best girl like this.
Yeah. We all knew it had to happen.
I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
You knew he was a big simp.
The idea that I would choose to spend any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot!
Ho 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 ho!
Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
What is it that Hifumi and Celeste had in common? Encountering the suspicious individual? Yeah, I'd say that works. Not the screaming. Encountering the suspicious individual. Well...
Oh, yeah, it was definitely encountering the suspicious individual.
Yeah.
I got it.
Got
Yeah.
The behavior they had in common has to do with the suspicious individual.
I mean, it 100% wasn't the paper hidden in Hifumi's pants. Like,
The only ones who ever actually saw Robo-Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Shush. The adults are talking now.
Bro! Come
what
on,
happened?
quit going your back and forth here. Damn, am I supposed to like this guy? Or am I supposed to keep disliking him?
Sorry.
I don't know, man. He's an iffy character.
As he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Here, you get to repeat this line again.
Woo! Which line?
You could guess.
No, honestly, my guess was actually going to be Mr. Krabs. It's definitely not right. I saw a shadow, something moving around the top of the stairs. This is my 5th time saying
To the
this.
second floor, specifically because of what she claimed to have seen.
And I told you, when she did that, there was nobody there. She was faking it.
Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the 3rd floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Celeste, what's wrong? That was a rather intense scream for someone like you.
I saw him, the strange costumed man. I also have schizophrenia.
Oh my god.
I ran off as soon as I screamed.